In western Skyrim, in the twisting canyons of the Reach, villagers have been disappearing from the sleepy mining village of Karthwaston. The remaining villagers whisper ancient tales of the Cruel Chieftain buried deep beneath the mighty Druadach Mountains. Tales of those he burned alive to fuel his unnatural life. Could the Cruel Chieftain have awoken again? The villagers' only hope lies with the Dragonborn and her Dawnguard friends, who have pledged their aid in this battle report for the Elder Scrolls Call to Arms. Hello and welcome back to the table. My name is Corwin, and today we're going to be playing some more Elder Scrolls Call to Arms as we join the Dawnguard. Yes, if you know this game, you know that means I'm just getting to the Dawnguard expansion, Chapter 3, right as Chapter 4 is about to come out, but don't worry about it. Sometimes life gets busy, and sometimes you need to play Space Marine 2 for 50 hours. For this delve, we're going to be playing one of the free scenarios you can download on Modiphius' website, link in the doobly-doo. We're bringing exactly 300 points of Dawnguard, including Serene and the Dragonborn.
The vampire's reign of terror is about to end. Let's go!
I put a poll up on the community Discord, link also in the doobly-doo, and the users there chose that we would be facing the scariest of the enemies possible today, so thank you for that. The Cruel Chieftain today will be played by Lord Archon himself, coming in at 105 points. Oh boy. I've chosen to take 2 of the scenario oaths today. Bring It On, meaning I'm not going to use these ritual stones to help reduce the power of the Cruel Chieftain. And the reason I've chosen that one is because I've also chosen Taste of Your Own Medicine. I intend to vanquish the Cruel Chieftain by getting him onto his own fire pit and pulling the lever. I had to go find my quest cards. I have drawn the Ghost of Kjenstag, so I'm going to be removing 3 enemy adversaries, which I don't think will be a problem given how many of them there are. With all that said and done, let's get into turn 1. To start us off, Serene sneaks forward and takes a shot at a gargoyle sentry with her Dwemer crossbow.
Come on. There.
Arcade says we're going to win this.
We're hunting vampires.
Do I maintain my stealth? No, I lose my hidden token. Additionally, because crossbows are slow to fire, I need to take an action to reload it next turn if I want to shoot it again. The remainder of the round has the vampire fledgling and deathhound charge forward to meet the invaders.
It's our time now. Death to the Dawnguard.
While the full vampires fall back, content to let their underlings rush in first.
It's the Dawnguard. Let none escape.
Florentius is going to advance until he's right next to Serene. He's going to cast his Oak Flesh spell and just move up a few.
Praise Archon!
Was that really necessary?
Well, probably.
Look out! Ah! Like the bite of a flea.
Wow, I wasn't expecting my vampires to be so cowardly when their own lair is attacked, but I guess that kind of fits thematically. You know, predators get startled easily. That brings us to the end of round 1. Nothing too crazy. I am pleased with that sneak attack taking out the gargoyle and not taking any damage here. I probably should have remembered to block or ready, to be honest. Let's see what the event phase is for round 1. All it glitters. Okay, I'll try to remember this. The next treasure chest that spawns triggers a trap, and no adversaries come onto the board. Ooh, okay, we've got the jump on these vampires. Thanks to a cautious move from a vampire thrall, I'm able to put my plan into effect, running my follower over to pull the lever. Special action to pull the lever, swinging the gates open and dropping the vampire into the fiery pit.
Die, vampire! I will feast on you! Ha!
That's one way to deal with a vampire you can't see. I will have to remember that for when the big boss shows up. Unfortunately for me, and perhaps in character unknowingly, I have activated my Nord vampire right here.
I'll water the ground with your blood.
You'll need to do better than that!
This is the Nord vampire, the one that came from the Skyrim Adventure board game. It's a little bit different in flavor than all the Clan Volkihar vampires. I think this one might be a bit overcosted. So much so that I'm actually going to go ahead and give it the ranged attack and ability to crit that the other vampires have, because this one, I think it's pretty clear, was done separately, or at least sort of for a different vampire theme, because Doesn't even have absorb health. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give it the ranged attack. The Death Hound has drawn the move action, but they're already engaged in melee, so they're just gonna bite. And that's gonna hit for 4 damage as the bite perhaps gets the Dragonborn in the leg. They block 3 damage and they're gonna take 1.
Hey, be careful! Stupid dog.
For my next activation, well, I'm having none of that. The Dragonborn is going to take a swing back. Interesting. I didn't realize until this very moment the Death Hound has no armor save. Well, that's fun.
Die, beast!
The Dragonborn then crosses the pit to support their fellow vampire hunter.
Come on, we can take them! Get him!
As a reaction then, I've provoked the Mistwalker. Oh no, that's terrible actually. She just rolled 7 damage as she rolled max on both red dice. Dragonborn, it was nice knowing ya.
Oh dear, whatever is a girl to do with such fearful brutes about her?
But I have rolled very well on my block and blocked 4. So I'm only going to take 3. The Dragonborn isn't quite dead. But ow. Ow. Oh, that's an 8. She loses her hidden token. Thank goodness for that, at least. Well, that didn't go exactly according to plan, as my attempt to gain the advantage got me ambushed instead. But we'll see if we can't do something about that. That was another reaction. Time for their activation.
Careful there.
Filthy vampire!
That the best you can do? Oh, I can smell your blood.
Imperial over here has once again drawn Flee, as they're just at this point gonna run to the corner of the board and hide. They're perhaps not the most brave Imperial that ever was. As all the enemies on the board have activated or reacted, it is now just my remaining 2 activations. Lacking a clear shot from where she is, Serene advances and reloads,
Check the shadows!
while Florentius moves up to heal the Dragonborn.
You need to get cured, friend.
Regeneration Mastery and Restoration kick in, giving me some extra dice, and I'm going to boost for a 2nd point of Magicka, because I really need this heal to work. I had to say that, didn't I? It does work. Oh, it only works because I've got him wearing mage robes, not armor. So Florentius runs up and conjures the blessings of Archay down upon us. And then with that much needed 4 points of healing on the Dragonborn, I'm all the way back up to 5. Reserves are full.
I knew you had it in you. Archay wasn't so sure.
Really?
But not me. I knew it all along.
Just like with my previous battle report, link in the doobly-doo, if the Cruel Chieftain, played by Lord Archon, has not come on by, we'll say, round 3, then he's going to come on automatically. Then the final thing for this round is the event. I have got secret passages. Oh, I'll have to go get my secret passage tokens. I went ahead and placed my secret passages here in the back corner so that if I want to, I can send Serene further back. Florentius over here, he's not an amazing destruction caster, but I do have the Sunfire spell. Alright, so her block is... she rolled double blanks. So she takes 4 damage and is removed.
You'll be meeting my friend Archay very, very soon.
What are you...
Burn them all!
The gargoyle in the back corner is going to activate, and it's going to use its fly speed to fly through the twisting cavern and end up here. The Dragonborn stands their ground, which unfortunately for the Dragonborn means that the Dragonborn is going to get attacked by a gargoyle. So the gargoyle swoops through the twisting cavern, but the Dragonborn sees them coming and raises the shield as they get close. My forces counterattack,
I think you're...
You're nothing!
defeating the vampire and the gargoyle.
Next, the big one! Die, beast! Keep your eyes open.
This treasure chest is open. However, it is automatically going to trigger a trap and gain an extra victory point. So, the flamethrower trap scorches out, but the Dawnguard grabs the 2 items in the treasure chest and hops back as the gout of flame bursts out. That is the Amulet of Julianos and the Bow of the Hunt. Both solid, but not super useful in this exact moment, because you do get a free swap action. As far as I know, you can just pass that to an adjacent model. She will pass those over to the Dragonborn, where they will go into her inventory. Now, over to the adversaries. I've been better about avoiding reactions this time, so we'll see. The Imperial hiding in the corner finally grows a pair and gets the move action. Because they're cautious, I'm going to leave them in full cover there. They're going to pounce out next turn. Serene advances and spots the thrall. The one block that he rolls is pierced, thanks to the piercing 2 on this attack as she with a crossbow.
I don't want to kill you, but I will.
The Deathhound charges Serene, dealing 2 points of damage.
Serene needs help.
And she's going to lose 2 stamina as the frost chills her to the bones. That rapidly went from in control to out of control. The fights all went pretty much my way, except for Serene getting bit by that dog. But I can probably move Florentius over to heal her back up, or possibly even promote her. Let's take a look at the event for round 3. It's the Ghost of Old Holden. We'll keep that in effect here. So, another little bit of bookkeeping. I completed my quest for the Ghost of Kenstag. So, I drew the Ebony Greatsword of Embers. Interesting. And I also leveled up Serene, perhaps in karmic response to me taking out one of the elites. And the other elite has spawned. Now, one of the special rules that I was going to do is that this Flame Atronach is going to spawn in the middle as they emerge from the fiery pit. At the beginning of round 4, I have a few things to deal with here. Because they're immune to fire, I'm going to rule that just pulling the pit and dropping them back into it won't do anything. Now, my best option would probably be ranged attacks, because of course they explode on death. But my ranger is a little bit tied up here, and the Dragonborn, although they do have unrelenting force, that might be the only thing I can do, really, is Fusroda. The Atronach moves over and targets Florentius with a gout of flame. But thanks to a freakishly low damage roll from the Atronach, the interference of Arcane no doubt, Florentius only takes 1 point of damage and a burning token, which will trigger on his turn. For my first activation, I'm going to send my Dawnguard follower over here to help out Serene.
I've got your back. Oh, good. Just starting to get bored.
And that frees up Serene to do what I need to do. Okay, we're looking good. I think I'm pretty much about to get control of the board here. Though I don't win instantly if I do that, unlike last time, Link in the doobly-doo. The only remaining model that can activate rolls a fallback. You can't make this up. I don't know what this vampire is waiting for, but it must be like the perfect moment. So he just backs up. For my next activation then, I'm gonna have Serene turn, reload the crossbow, and take a shot at the Atronach. They block both, so the crossbow bolt burns up as it crosses the fiery pit. The Dragonborn is going to turn and shout. Shouting, Fusroda! The full 3 words as she unleashes her voice. With 2 wounds remaining on them, the Atronach is pushed back. At the start of Florentius' turn, he burns for 1 point of fire damage. He's then going to use Imperial Luck to automatically extinguish the flames.
For the dawn!
He then moves to regroup.
Arche and I will stand
Florentius,
triumphant.
try not to set anything on fire, all right?
Leave me be!
I was hoping to save Florentius' Imperial Luck to cast a big spell later. However, I don't trust a 3 agility test to get this fire extinguished, and I don't have anyone else remaining to aid them. So I'm just going to burn my Imperial Luck to roll a 1 and remove that burning token. That brings me to the end of the turn, basically, as this vampire still just insistently hides in the corner, and this Atronach has proved to be a bit of a problem, although no match for the voice. Lost Treasure, ooh, cool card, and I do get to put a Master Treasure on the board somewhere. But unfortunately, 3 adversaries spawn, and I know one of them is going to be Lord Archon, the Cruel Chieftain himself. It could have been worse. It's Lord Archon and 2 Deathhounds. Go ahead and get them on the board. It kind of doesn't matter where I put the Deathhounds because they're so fast, but anyway. So, appearing dramatically from the door in the back of the cavern, the Cruel Chieftain materializes out of the ethereal.
And now the feeding begins.
The vampires will target the most wounded model, so I know that when the Cruel Chieftain comes running out, he's going to go after Florentius. I can use that to try to bait him onto the trap and then spring it on him. However, to be safe moving Florentius over here as bait, I need to get rid of this Archon. So, for my first activation, I'm going to pick Serene. She's going to reload and fire the crossbow. A hit for 3 damage. They only block 1. They have 2 wounds remaining, so they are now removed. Their death explosion goes off, but doesn't damage anything. The first model to activate is Lord Archon. First things first, we need to make a little sneaky test, and nothing happens. He is going to target Florentius. Yeah, that's probably the most annoying move I could do for myself. Staying in cover siphons blood from the shadows. Florentius, already wounded, takes 5 damage.
Not yet!
Gods damn you!
Hopefully, Arche will say that. And, just to make matters worse, the Cruel Chieftain
Fools.
vanishes. Well, that was nasty. I think even the Dragonborn realizes they don't really have a chance against that. The Dawnguard hammer is going to return to where they were over here. They're going to move over there and take a ready, waiting for that hound to come running up on them. The hound bounds out of the shadows, but its jaw bites down on the head of a warhammer.
Die, beast!
And now I at least have control of the lever, so if I can draw the Cruel Chieftain onto his own fire pit, I'm set up to do so. I don't know why I even had this thing on the board. The outcast Imperial Vampire flees.
Something's not right.
The second hound attacks, but is blocked by the Dawnguard hammer. The Dragonborn also attacks, but critically misses.
Gods damn you!
Wouldn't you know it, that's a critical failure. Well, I suppose that's just how the turn's gonna go. Eventful turn then, turn 5, with Florentius going down, and my party sort of retreating and withdrawing and failing to deal with the basic hound. Honestly, I'm glad for that Imperial. Maybe he's secretly on my side, just hanging out in the corner, stealthed. This is really rough positioning for my plan, but we'll see, we'll see. We're not dead yet. The event for turn 5 is Divine Inspiration. That's actually quite good. I'm going to choose... I guess I'll just go with the Dragonborn. Things are beginning to feel a lot less in control as another gargoyle comes swooping down and another vampire crawls out of the shadows. I think... well, it doesn't matter what I think, it's their turn. The Death Hound activates first, but misses.
Ha! Easily blocked!
Good job there.
Serene is going to take a shot with her crossbow into the vampire that just spawned, the one that isn't ethereal. 1 damage with piercing 2. So he rolls 2, it is pierced, and he takes a point of damage. Right when my batteries died and I had to take a little bit of a break there, the Dragonborn had just moved around.
Good riddance.
Ha!
So the gargoyle comes swooping out of the shadows and takes a couple of swipes, but the Dragonborn spins around and gets the shield up in time. As this other vampire is now going to elect to flee, running to the corner of the map and hiding.
Mortal fool, you can't stop us!
Where are these vampires coming from?
Given the circumstances, I'll take that. That's essentially going to bring us to the end of the turn. Problematically, we have lost our mage. We're not super well positioned for my end goal. I'm definitely going to need to tank at least 1 more round of attacks from the incredibly powerful Vampire Lord. We'll see what happens. But first, our event is the Lure of Hermaeus Mora. Interesting. So, another 2 enemies as the vampires and their beasts keep on coming. A lot of what I do here is going to depend on if the Dragonborn can take the gargoyle out in a single blow. Because if so, then we can draw him on there. Taking initiative, I'm going to go ahead and act with the Dragonborn, who is going to swipe at the gargoyle. That is a critical hit. Excellent. So they block 3, take 2, and are removed.
Get it into the trap before it kills us all!
That's what I'm trying to do. Get over here.
The Imperial Vampire advances cautiously, but doesn't do anything else. Well, I'll take it. It's a free activation for me. My next activation has to be here. They can get over here easily. They're going to back up the Dragonborn. They're going to take a ready action, just in case something happens. The Cruel Chieftain is next to activate, and I need to check. It happens. It is not the familiar humanoid form of the Cruel Chieftain who appears to attack the Dragonborn, but instead a full-blooded vampire lord, whose miniature may have been damaged in the move and is missing a hand, but you know what? Don't worry about it. However, my plan has succeeded.
I'll rip the Dawnguard apart!
Soreen. Yes?
Get ready to open the trap!
All right.
Vampire!
That positions him perfectly on the grate so Serene can run around and drop him, assuming the Dragonborn doesn't die to this whole handful of dice. That is going to hit for 4 damage as they drain blood. The Dragonborn's armor actually stops the entire attack. Perhaps an echoing remnant of the Thune coursing through their system prevents the magic from draining their life. Serene sees her opening. Drop the crossbow, sort of slinging it to her back, sprint behind, skirting around the edge of the fiery pit, and the gates swing down, and there's the sound of a wing beat. And we think, oh no, it's just gonna come flying out, but then a gout of flames.
Not so fast!
By the gods.
We did it!
It was a little cheesy, but he was scary, and that's what we came here to do, is burn that guy. So you know what? Fire and blood. From the shadows, seeing the form of her master dropping into the pit, the vampire neophyte says, yes, this is my time.
I've waited a long time for my chance to move up in the court. Now it's my turn! And now die!
Scratch!
But she max rolls her armor, and it's only going to be 1 wound on Serene. That's going to bring us to the end of turn 7 here now, and our event for that is going to be Castellans of Evil until the end of... doesn't really affect too much. We're not really using any piercing weapons, so either way, 1 adversary spawns, and all of them are worth double points on the next turn. So we'll see if I can clean up a few of these guys. I'll see you in the final round, round 8. Honestly, I'd also like to get in here and save Serene, but that's not up to me. It is an even number turn, so the enemies activate first. The Nord vampire critically hits the dragon, but her Dawnguard armor protects her, stops the whole blow.
Ha!
I do want to save Serene if I can, so as foolish as it might be to leap a vampire at my back, the Dragonborn is going to join this fight.
Yeah! Come on, we can take them!
Thank the divine.
Bleed and die!
The fledgling is going to defend for 1, takes 2 damage, is removed.
Foul blood drinker! Look out!
Serene is going to take 2. Unfortunately, that is her health reserve. So, Serene goes down. Let's take a test. But she critically succeeds with a potion bottle on the endurance test. I believe that means she gets right back up on 1 hit point. You're lucky, I like you. The Dawnguard is going to run over there and smash the Hound. That is a 5-2 that will hit for 5 damage. So, I think the Hound, with no armor, is thoroughly splattered.
Die, beast! Ah!
Nice shot.
I've had
Right
enough
on
of
target.
you.
I'm starting to think you like this as much as I do.
Final activations here. The Nord vampire, that is a critical fail. So even after this Nord vampire abruptly learns how to summon blood magic, he can't do it anyway. He misses. And the Dawnguard laughs at him. Finally, that brings us on to Serene and her very good crossbow shots. As she sort of picks herself up off the floor and sort of one-hands the crossbow at him. The Nord vampire goes down to a final crossbow bolt from the injured and bloodied Serene. And the game, you can't make this up. The game wouldn't be complete without one final flee from the Imperial vampire in the corner. I don't know why. Why did I even bother to put him on the board? He says, you know what? I'm gonna go live with the spiders, actually. He just lives in that corner now, and he's gonna hide there forever. And with that, a little bit bloodied, and missing, and perhaps having to drag the unconscious Florentius back and teach him some lessons from his god Arche about wearing armor. Perhaps this is when he goes back and puts on the armor. That's going to bring us to a close, as our final event for the end of the turn is the Blessings of Arche. You know what? I take it all back. Arche was with us the whole time, as Serene is healed for 2. Excellent. She's back up to full. And with Arche's blessing, the Dawnguard have purged this nest of vampires. All except for one, hiding in the corner. So maybe we'll see him again someday. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate your time, and I hope you enjoyed spending it here today with me and the Dawnguard. Now, I mentioned this in the intro, but this is content from Chapter 3. As of time of recording, Chapter 4 is right around the corner, and that one includes rules for giants and dragons and bunch of other cool stuff that I'm really excited about, hoping to get some of that on the table soon. To that end, what you might see next time is I have a giant and a dragon to paint up. Might do some of that on the channel, or maybe it'll be something completely different. I have been itching to get some more 5 parsecs on the table. Either way, Arche says I need to sign off now, so I've been Corwin, and I'll see you in another life. This channel is supported by constant comment. Literally. Bloody hell, this has been the most technical difficulties report I think I've filmed yet. And that's including the one where I got a rule so badly wrong that I scrapped the whole video. Alright. Been feeling lucky tonight, mostly. Well, maybe not so much. As the hound and the fledgling come swarming her out of the shadows. I've said shadows so many times in this narration. Shadow, 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 shadows. It's lost all meaning. It's just syllables now. Okay. I love it when the food delivers itself, he says.